kids with disabilities shouldn't be treated differently just because of who they are or where they're from, because like they are still human, they're still just like us.
Ordinarily we talk of a person having special needs if the person to some extent deviates from the average. So if you have some extra abilities or you're struggling with a few things here and there in life, then you say you have special needs. So, but majority of people we refer to as special needs in Kenya are those who would say have some kinds of disability.
I'm one of the directors from the Butterfly Care Center in Otawala. Caters for students or learners with special needs.
These children go through different phases in life, from delayed milestones when they are young to even at some point in life when they can go through seizures. Really like encourage the society is that when we get a family with special needs, just try to support, because it's never easy. It's never easy in terms of even finances, because my son has gone through therapy for a long time. Therapy in Kenya, it's expensive.
What happens in Kenya is that we do not have enough therapy centers. Occupational therapists are trained at the Kenya Medical Training College, but the government of Kenya does not employ them. So we have so many occupational therapists who are not employed, and parents do not know where to get them also. And even if you get one, it's quite expensive. Average cost of occupational therapy in Nairobi, for instance, is between 2,000 to 3,000 shillings per hour, 1 hour. Average cost of speech therapy in Nairobi is about 3,000 to 4,000 shillings, 45 minutes. So it's quite expensive, and that's why we would want the government to come in and employ the occupational therapists, send them to schools, let them work with the families. There's lack of political will, so to say, in Kenya. We train them, but we don't employ them. Then we invest in training, and then you ask, why are we spending taxpayers' money in training them, and we don't employ them?
Let's talk about the Johari Foundation and what that means to you.
We came up with this foundation for love of these children and to be able to reach out to the mothers who are not able to take care of these children, educate them. Also be able to pick some of the children who are, who like cannot afford therapy, because I know it's expensive, because I am a mother and I've walked in the shoes of these mothers. It's something that I understand, and be able to pay like for their therapy. And just as God leads us, depending on what we can be able to do as a foundation to make it easier for these children and for the families as well.
In talking about our children with special needs, Jemima Muthama, it's such a pleasure and an honor to be here with you. You are the director and the founder of Johari Foundation. And Johari Foundation, its heart is with our children with special needs. Tell us why it was so important for you to come up with this foundation.
For me, Sheila, I would say mine started as a spiritual connection, because for the longest time I kept asking myself, why am I here on earth? What is my purpose that I need to fulfill on earth? So I searched my soul and did a lot of praying, and in the course of that, I had a neighbor who had a child born with CP, cerebral palsy. So I saw the kind of difficulties that this mom went through bringing up the child. And by the time the baby was 19 years, he passed on.
That we need to be able to interact with kids who had disabilities, because if we never get to experience them and they never get to experience us, then people will never know how to help them or how we can come together with them to help them.
So with Johari Foundation, one of our vision and long-term goal is to really have a center where moms can come and get education, specifically moms with kids with special needs. Now remember, we talked about each child is special and each child is different, and so their metabolism for each one will be very different. So long term, our goal, Sheila, will be to have a center where moms can come, bring their kids, where we can hopefully evaluate what's going on. Hopefully Dr. John will have been able to connect us with other doctors who can be able then to do the biocellular exams to really determine what's lacking in each person's body for it to be able to metabolize as well as everyone else's should. And also the other component of it will be fitness. Yes, as a fitness trainer and as a fitness coach, one of the things that we do work on and really encourage people to do, and especially for people with special needs, is just move their bodies. You know, some of them tend to have low muscle tone. And a lot of that can be worked on by simply small movements. You know, you can have those small physio balls that they can actually work on squeezing. We're really not talking big, you know, lifting weights kind of stuff, but just general movement on a day-to-day basis.
Johari Foundation will be hosting its first dinner, that Elegance for a Cause. I've been working for the last 2 months and a half with 5 ladies, Roseanne, Esther, Shriti, Marina, and myself and Linda. So we meet every Tuesday and try to put things together in terms of planning, in terms of looking for people to invite and sponsors, because our main objective for the dinner is to raise funds to support 2 centers, one vocational center known as Butterfly Vocational Center that deals with children from a certain age, from the age of 14 to 20, just to equip them with necessary life skills that they can be able to support themselves once they are out of the vocational center. We've also identified another school, Kadidhiama Special Units. So this is a school of children from the age of 3 to 13 or even 14, because at times these kids tend to get started in school late. And so from here is when they will transition to Butterfly Vocational Center. Sheila, you know, in our country there's a need for special needs centers and schools. Currently we only have 5 schools in the whole of Kenya, 3 which are public and 2 are private. So looking at the ratio of school and the number of children that we have, there's really a very big need for us to advocate for schools to be built, centers to be put up, and even trained professionals to be assimilated into these centers and schools so that we can be able to help our children. So with Kadidhiama, there's a very big need of the dining hall. We need to rehabilitate. So what we are planning to do after the fundraising is rehabilitate the dining room, give them an ablution block that will give them toilets and bathrooms, buy for them mattresses. Some of these kids don't have mattresses to sleep on, so we need to give them mattresses with PVC covers so that they mostly tend to have accidents at night and during the day.
Na tungependa kuwashukuru kusema warudi tena kujenga dormitory, hata pia na kutunulia material za kuendelea.
4, 3, 2, 1.
God loves every special need person just like he loves me.